So Mr. Ward's coming up, Andy Ward. And before I give him the microphone, I have to tell you a story. He came up to me yesterday and he said, I get an hour tomorrow, right? So we had to put a timer up here in the front just for him. 10 minutes. As soon as I hand you the microphone, the clock starts. Okay? You ready? Okay.
All right. Can you hear me? My name's Andy Ward. I teach here at the high school, college chemistry, astronomy, meteorology, and a little bit of ninth grade science. I'm going to give you my perspective on the iPad. After 5 months of implementation and more than a year of discussing it, I was a skeptic. This was not the direction we should be headed. You can't just take something that's unproven and give it to us and expect us to have results. It was not. We had our own support group. In the science department at the high school, we were our own support group. And it was, we weren't happy about this. First of all, I had a sick kid one day, so I spent the day at home on my computer trying to see if there were any correlations between having a one-to-one initiative and standardized test scores. And there's nothing out there. There's nothing conclusive that says, hey, schools that have this will have higher test scores. I got on the email with the soup and I told them that. Not only that, but last year the science department was on the curriculum cycle. It was our turn to spend money. And instead of getting microscopes and balances, we're getting iPads. Instead of getting textbooks, we're getting iPads. Are you kidding me? And this is, we weren't happy. We spent a lot of time and a lot of hours trying to figure out how we were going to turn the ship around and go back to the way we like doing things. And if you are considering an initiative, the questions are unlimited. You will debate and discuss, and administrative questions, finance questions, classroom management. The bottom line for me was, how's that going to affect my room? How's that going to affect how I get to the students and how I make them learn? This is the best year of my career. I've been doing this for 13 or 14 years, something like this, and I've had so much fun getting stuff to the kids, having kids turn stuff into me. I just want to share a couple of things that I use the iPads for. One thing is something called the Moodle. I don't know if you're familiar with the Moodle or not, and I don't want to offend anyone, but you can have a wiki, you can have a web page. That's old school. Okay, we did that stuff, you know, in 2010. Moodle is where it's at. It's versatile, it's user-friendly, you can get immediate feedback to the students, you can provide them with just up-to-date material. This isn't coming out of my time. This guy's a joker. On the Moodle, it's just an awesome tool. Teaching astronomy in particular has been just an awesome thing to have the iPad for, not just the apps though. There are new headlines, 3 or 5 big news items every week it seems like. And last year, I would print those articles, make photocopies, hand them out to the students, and they'd go into the trash. Now, I can take the link, put it in the Moodle, Now the kids have not a piece of paper, but they've got the images, the color images that come with that article. They've got links to other articles that might be similar to this. Am I up there now? Cool. So this is a picture of my Moodle. So this is just kind of an example of what it looks like, and there are so many things you can do with this. I'll give them an article, and I'll either ask them to just type me a little review of what they read and how it might affect them, or you can set up these little quizzes, which you can make it multiple choice or short answer or whatever, and you can set that up so that when the kid takes that quiz, they've got the results as soon as they submit it. They don't have to wait for me to correct it and get it back to them, which sometimes that takes forever. So you can do that. You can put images up there of something that maybe I've created or I saw it on Astronomy Picture of the Day or something like that, and we're just going to talk about it. I want you to look at it. I want you to download this as a PDF, and you can write on it using Notarize or whatever app they like to use. And then my ninth graders, and I've done this a little bit with astronomy and chemistry, but more so with ninth graders. When we have a new unit and we're introducing this, everybody gets a term. Okay, and I will expand or contract that list so that every kid gets a term. I put it out there on something called a forum. I don't care. The heck with it. I put it out there on something called a forum. Each kid then is responsible for that term. They've got to give me a definition. They have to give me an image, an interactive website, whatever the case may be. And when we start talking about this in class then, I know the order I want to go in, but they're responsible for the notes. It's awesome. They are, hey, that's my term. Hey, that's my word. I got that one. Or when are we going to get to mine? It's become a fight to, I want to do the first word. What's going to be the first word? Well, you know what? I don't know. And so then when we build the notes for the class, I either use Prezi. If you don't know what Prezi is, you should learn Prezi. Or PowerPoint or Notebook or whatever you use to deliver your notes. When we build those notes then, I'm using the kids, their definitions. I'm using their images. I'm using their links that they've provided for us. We build this as a class. It's way different for a kid if they just have to write a definition down and you're the only one that's going to see it. When their peers are going to see that, they want to make sure they're right. It's been amazing. Where am I at now? Okay. It's been amazing just the interaction and the ownership that the kids are showing in the classroom. Here's another thing I did in astronomy. I used to give them notes. They would write stuff down about, this is a star cycle, we've got nebulas, protostars, etc. I created this document in Word, saved it as a PDF, put it on the Moodle, and then they go to the Moodle, they open this document up, and now they've got a place to take their notes. So their notes are not scribbled down in pen or pencil on a piece of paper. They're actually writing, this is a nebula, this is where stars are born. This is a protostar. This is the first part of where a star might become a star. And they've got colored pictures. Are you kidding me? For notes? It's unbelievable. And iMovie, we've seen some iMovies. Oh, nuts. Chemistry, formal lab reports, never again.
Is a metal, you see it every day. Oxygen
they have to show me, that, just like you would do with a formal lab report where you have to write down, here are the safety precautions, here are the materials, here's the steps, here's the calculations. I said, the heck with that. You guys are going to do a podcast. And so we took and did this in chemistry. It was a blast. And now again, the kids are showing ownership, and everyone, we're all watching this, and we're going to see if you know what you're talking about, and we're going to point out where you had things screwed up. And these two gals, I watched this on Saturday. when I was getting ready to talk today. And I emailed them right away and I said, my God, I'm like a proud dad here. You guys just did such a fantastic job. The first time I watched it, I was a teacher grading it. And now I'm just looking at it as, from your perspective, what are you going to see? And I'm like, holy cow, you guys did awesome. So, we just do a countdown. So, anyway, I'm done.
Andy will be performing at a science classroom near you.